When most people face failure, they see an ending. A career setback becomes proof they're not good enough. A broken relationship confirms they'll never find love. There's another way to understand failure and imperfection. In Japan, there's a philosophy called Wabi-Sabi that sees beauty not in perfection, but in the imperfect, the impermanent, and the incomplete. This video explores how Wabi-Sabi can change the way you see your mistakes, your flaws, and your ability to start over. These are not abstract ideas. They are practical shifts in perspective that can help you move forward when everything feels broken. In 15th century Japan, a military commander named Ashikaga Yoshimasa owned a treasured tea bowl imported from China. One day it shattered, devastated. He sent the pieces back to China to be repaired. When the bowl returned, it had been mended with ugly metal staples. The repair was functional, but it destroyed the bowl's beauty. Yoshimasa asked Japanese craftsmen to find a better way. They developed a technique called kintsugi, which means golden joinery. Instead of hiding the cracks, they filled them with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. The repair became part of the bowl's story. The cracks are where the light gets in. The breaks are where the story deepens. Wabi-Sabi is built on 3 core principles. These principles are not just about aesthetics. They are about how you live, how you respond when things don't go as planned. Most of us are taught to pursue perfection. We edit our photos to remove blemishes. We rehearse our words to sound flawless. But perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist in nature. It doesn't exist in human life. Wabi-Sabi offers the opposite. It says you are not broken when you are imperfect. You are human. Consider another story. There was a tea master named Son no Rikyu who served the powerful warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi heard that Rikyu had the most beautiful morning glories in all Japan and demanded to see them. When he arrived at Rikyu's garden, he found every single flower had been cut down. Furious, Hideyoshi stormed into the tea room. There, in a simple vase, sat one perfect morning glory. Rikyu had removed everything else, so Hideyoshi could see this single flower as it truly was. Not as part of display, not as proof of abundance, just one flower, impermanent, imperfect, and in that moment, complete. How does this apply when you need to start over? When a relationship ends, you don't need to become perfect before you can love again. You need to accept that the relationship ending doesn't mean you failed at love. It means that particular form ended, as all forms do. The experience, including the pain, becomes part of who you are. Like the gold in kintsugi, it adds depth. When a career path closes, you don't need to hide the gap in your resume or pretend it didn't happen. That detour, that failure, that unexpected turn is part of your story. Starting over doesn't mean erasing what came before. It means building on it, cracks and all. When you look in the mirror and see aging, weight gain, scars, or exhaustion, you don't need to hate what you see. Wabi-Sabi asks you to see those marks as evidence of time lived. Every line on your face came from somewhere. Every change in your body tells a story. You are not less valuable because you are not airbrushed. You are more real because you are not. The practice of Wabi-Sabi is not passive acceptance. It is active appreciation. It is choosing to see beauty where you were taught to see failure. It is choosing to honor what is rather than grieving what isn't. It is choosing to start over without demanding that you be perfect this time. Here is what this looks like in practice. When something breaks in your life or in your plans, pause before rushing to fix it. Ask yourself what the break reveals. What were you holding on to too tightly? The break is information. It shows you where the structure was weak, where you were pretending, where you need to rebuild differently. When you make a mistake, resist the urge to hide it or minimize it. Acknowledge it plainly. I was wrong. I failed. I miscalculated. Then ask what you can learn from it, not to punish yourself, to extract the value. Mistakes are expensive teachers. If you don't learn from them, you pay the cost again. If you do, they become investments. When you notice imperfection in yourself, whether physical, mental, or emotional, practice reframing it. Instead of "this is wrong with me," try "this is part of me." Instead of "I need to fix this," try "I can work with this." The goal is not to love every flaw. The goal is to stop seeing your humanity as a defect. Wabi-Sabi also teaches you to let go of what no longer serves you. Just as a tree sheds leaves in autumn, you can release relationships, beliefs, and identities. This is not failure. This is growth. Impermanence means nothing stays the same, including you. Starting over is not a sign you did something wrong. It is a sign you are still alive, still changing, still becoming. There's a Japanese term, mono no aware, which means a pathos of things. It is a bittersweet awareness that everything is temporary. The cherry blossoms bloom for only a week, and that is why we treasure them. If they bloomed forever, we would stop noticing. Impermanence creates meaning. The fact that something will end makes the present moment matter. Your life is not diminished by its impermanence. It is made precious by it. Your flaws are not failures. They are proof that you are real, not a polished image. Your need to start over is not evidence of inadequacy. It is evidence that you tried something, that you are willing to try again, that you have not given up. Wabi-Sabi does not promise that starting over will be easy. It does not promise that you will not feel pain, doubt, or fear. What it offers is a different way to hold those experiences. You can see the broken pieces and still believe something beautiful can be made from them. You can acknowledge imperfection and still see worth. You can begin again without needing to be perfect this time. The bowl with the golden cracks is more valuable than the bowl that was never broken. Not because breaking is good, but because the repair reveals something true. It shows that fragility and strength can coexist. It shows that what was lost can become part of what is gained. It shows that you do not need to be unblemished to be whole. If you are standing in the middle of something broken, whether it's a relationship, a career, a plan, or a version of yourself that no longer fits, Wabi-Sabi offers you this. You do not need to pretend it is not broken. You do not need to hide the cracks. You do not need to be ashamed that things did not go as planned. You can honor what was, acknowledge what is, and begin shaping what comes next. Starting over is not a failure. It is a practice. And like all practices, it gets easier the more you do it. Not because the pain lessens, but because you learn to trust that you can hold the broken pieces and still create something worth keeping. The art of starting over is not about erasing the past. It is about integrating it. The Japanese understand this deeply. They do not throw away the cracked bowl. They make it more beautiful. They do not hide the aging wood. They honor its patina. They do not fear the falling leaves. They celebrate the season. Wabi-Sabi teaches that imperfection is not the opposite of beauty. It is the condition for it. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more ideas about living with intention and embracing imperfection, please subscribe and follow for more. Thank you for watching.